Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I know no one's going to be here because randomly Chris and I are going live at the same time, and she's talking about actual 90 Day Fiance. Also, I titled this one incorrectly. Like I created a thumbnail that had the wrong information on it. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to wait for a few people to come into the room. If you guys are hashtag replay gang, then you'll be able to see when the video actually starts. But I can't let this go. I put season 1, episode 1. It's not. It's season 4, episode 1. Just like a bad recapper. Like, who am I? Why am I not giving you guys everything that you possibly need? It's hot. It's very hot, so I'm sweating. It's a whole situation. La 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 la. Okay, so that is done. I'll just change it out after the recap is done. Let's take off my internet. Let's add on my do not disturb here and on my computer. And then we should be good to go. No makeup. I mean, I have makeup on. Very little. Ooh, 12 people in the room right now. Dedria, hello. LA, hello. Corazon Cha, hello. Hi, you guys. So I understand if you can't make this live because Chris is actually going live at the same time. So I feel it and I appreciate it. I don't actually have any pictures either. I'm just not prepared for this. I wasn't prepared. Oh, good, Julia. I'm glad. I am glad. Girl, what happened, Mickey? You got to go to Chris's channel? I understand. I understand. Especially if you didn't watch the Family Chantel. Like, how could you even sit here on this? You don't even know what I'm talking about. I understand. It's okay. Okay, we didn't talk about it. And so I put my live and then I saw her live pop up and I'm like, tis what tis. Please do Seeking Sister Wife is back already? Oh, heck. Oh my God. I missed it? Oh, Lord. We're on episode 2? No, we're on episode 1. It aired on the 6th, which is yesterday. I missed it. That's my bad. I will watch it. Obviously, I will watch it. So I'm going to watch it tonight and I'll go live tomorrow. That is a promise. Okay. Let's jump right into this episode because I have got to move on to other things in my life, mainly the yoga gym because I need to go and do yoga. Hi, JW. Poor Mickey. Okay. Anywho, hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated. Welcome to my recap of The Family Chantel, Season 4, Episode 1. I have to say that I'm very proud of The Family Chantel. I am proud that they have a very they give it to you every bowl. You know what I'm saying? The girls never disappoint. They're in season 4. That means that people watch them. So if those people who watch The Family Chantel could just watch my recap, then we could all make money. You know what I'm saying? So let's just all support each other and be the gracious humans in on planet Earth that we are meant to be. Okay. So I didn't get the title of this episode, but this is their inaugural episode and a lot of fun things happen. So we have a scene of Chantel in some really cute poom poom shorts. I mean, come on, body yaddy yaddy for Chantel. And then Pedro is wearing also some poom poom shorts. I mean, they're not exactly hoochie daddy shorts, but they're like jean hoochie daddy shorts. You know what I'm saying? And they're tight. He's giving us Dominican man tight pants. And they're working in their yard because they've purchased a home. And I said, blessings upon blessings. He's working in some kind of warehouse where he's in a freezer. And he's been working really hard, making sure that Chantel has food on the table when she comes home from a hard day of nursing school. And they have been saving up their ducats, and they were able to buy a 5-bedroom home. Now, I say that living in California, where a 5-bedroom home is easily $1.5 million. In Atlanta, a 5-bedroom home easily is $350,000, like maybe 450. You know what I'm saying? And so like the money isn't mathing in the same way that it would if they were in California, but it is what it is, and I'm very happy for them. Chantel feels like there's a change in Pedro since they got back from the DR, and Pedro's in 100% denial. Pedro is saying like he's not mad about the DR, he's mad about the fact that Chantel is not taking over for him, as far as when she was in school, he took care of her, made sure dinner was on the table, and cleaned the house. And now that she's not in school, she hasn't taken over. She hasn't made sure there's food on the table. She doesn't clean as much as he does. And she's not running the house in the way that he feels that he would have run it, because now he's in school to become a realtor. And because there is a need for Spanish speakers in the market, he's like now gone to school, done what he needs to do, and he's a realtor. And so when he comes home, he would like to see, cena on la mesa, and he does not see cena on la mesa. Okay. And so they're just kind of going through either growing pains or like it's just compiled. So this whole season has basically been teased and is based around the fact that Chantel and Pedro are in a transitional place in their marriage, which I think if any of you guys who are married out there or are in long-term relationships in which finances are involved, you could understand that this is a thing that happens. And I don't want us to believe that they're going to break up, because I believe in them. They did so much. He came to the US, she applied for the show, brought her family on, and now they have their own spinoff called The Family Chantel. Like, they're a great couple. Okay. So then we go to the confessional, and Karen has on a reddish brown wig. And let me tell you, it looks great on her. Everybody's hair has stepped up this season, okay? We thought last season the hair had stepped up. We thought last year they had done the Atlanta thing and gone and got all the best extensions and all the best wigs. This season, so far, next level. So then we have a little scene where we remember Ja and Winter. And Ja is still sending Winter gifts, which is very confusing for Karen, because Karen feels like, I don't understand how you're still sending her gifts when you're the one who broke up with her. It's very confusing, but also you can't fool Mother Nature. And Chantel's reaction is like, in fact, a lot of Karen's children's reaction to the things that she's trying to say are all like, no, Mom, that doesn't make any sense. And it's because Karen is really trying to like get like she's trying to get like a good like zinger, and they're not good, but they're so bad that they're good. And so for that, bravo. So Winter is dressed cute, and they go to destroy Ja's gifts, which Chantel like beats a rose into the ground. And then they go to I guess a medical store or a store where they buy a couple of things, because Winter is having the bariatric surgery. She's having a sleeve put on, and she's been following somebody called the like weight loss Barbie or something, this Australian woman, on Instagram for a while now. This Australian woman went to TJ to get this surgery, and apparently in TJ it's a lot cheaper. However, you do have to bring your own supplies. In TJ, you will have to bring liquid bandages. You will have to bring gauze. You will have to bring socks. And Chantel, being the professional in the medical industry that she is, says, it seems kind of weird that they don't have all of that there. But I'm your sister. I'm a nurse. I'm going to make sure you're well taken care of. So I'm going to get not my job or take leave of absence from my job and then go with you to TJ to get this surgery. So the family is really nervous for her because they're going to TJ. Karen especially, because that's her baby girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of her children she loves to the end and back, and we all know that Karen loves her kids and she loves them dearly, and she's like a stay-at-home mom, at least for some of them. I don't know for her work history, but like, you know, she's been there a lot in her kids' lives, so she can't have them just like going to a foreign country and getting shit done. She wants to make sure that they are safe and they are healthy and they are happy. So Chantel goes too because she's a nurse. It took her 10 years to get it, but she got there and now she's aware of all the things that need to happen. And so she wants to be there. Winter is just so cute, you guys. And she has a super cute outfit on. And I loved it. So Winter says that the surgery is cheaper in Mexico. And so that's why she's doing it there. But then Chantel gives them a little bit of information about what could go wrong, including her organs could actually die. And so at that point, Winter is like, okay, don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me anymore. I'm good. I'm just going to have this surgery. All will be fine. I want to think positive. And then Chantel says, other countries can have good health care, but I'm not sure of their capabilities to be able to. So I'm going to go and make sure that everything's good. And they get hot water bottles and all kinds of stuff. And I love the fact that Chantel is stepping in for her sister and providing us with the knowledge of providing us with her healthcare knowledge. I love it. It's wonderful. So then the next scene we have is with Nicole and Wahima. And Nicole is in a dance studio and she is practicing her walk for the Miss Dominican pageant. And so she's all in the pageant world. She's very excited about this. She looks great. Listen, when we first met Nicole, she was very much giving a Muppet that needed concealer. And now in this season, she is just, specifically the Muppet she was given was Janet, who is one of the Muppets from I think it's Animals Band. And now she's just giving a different look. Even her extensions are great. I don't think she has a wig on, but if she does, the wig looks great in her confessionals. Her makeup is better. Her teeth are fixed. They figured out the makeup to where they don't look like they are skin bleaching anymore. Even Lydia's hair looks great. Now, outside of the confessional, Lydia's hair looks like she does it herself. In the confessional, hair is laid and slayed, mama. Laid and slayed. Okay? So her and Wahima are talking. She tells Wahima that she's broken up with Alejandro. Wahima doesn't believe her for 1 second. She's like, I don't believe this, but it's fine. Whatever you say, I don't believe it. And Lydia says that Nicole's behavior at the hotel was wildly inappropriate. The fact that Nicole threw that bottle at Chantel, she threw the bottle. Now it's debatable whether she threw it at Chantel because it wasn't even close to Chantel. Chantel and the family didn't even blink an eye. But the fact that all happened, and I'm like, you guys, Nicole recognizes that this is a once in a life opportunity. Nicole would have, now, I've said this time and time again, and I'm going to continue to say it. Lydia and Nicole would not have any opportunities to do anything like this had it not been for Chantel. So the beef between them, to me, it just needs to be resolved because they're all making money, and it is due to Chantel signing up for this show and Pedro saying, okay. They have made the thousands that they've made, and I don't know how much it's in, but it's been thousands that they've made every single family member from their appearances on this show. Now, whether or not they've stopped their day job, I'm not saying that they have, but I'm saying that they have made extra money on the side being on the show. And so to me, the fact that they are all fighting with Chantel, if Chantel and Pedro get a divorce, girl, who's watching Nicole and Lydia? Who's watching the Nicole and Lydia show? Don't nobody care about Nicole. We only care about Nicole in reference to her brother. And when they tried to introduce Alejandro, I rebuked it. Okay? I didn't want Alejandro. I don't want sideline situations having to do with Nicole and Lydia if Chantel is not involved. I just don't want it. I don't care. I don't care about them enough for that. Also, Nicole's English is coming along very well, you guys. Very well. Okay. It is, I'm like, good for you. I love the little bits that she says in English. Even though in English it sounds like her voice is higher. It's in Spanish, she's like, yeah, da 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 da. But in English, she's like, da 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 da. And I'm like, what's happening? Anyways, that's just my little observation. So Lydia is very happy that Nicole is no longer dating Alejandro. She calls him a scumbag several times. And Nicole just continuously rolls her eyes. But she really did think that she was a scumbag. And all I can say is that Lydia and Nicole are taking their reality star situation to the next level, and I hope that they do all that they can. However, I don't feel that Nicole's antics are going to look good on her Miss Dominican Republic pageant. So she says that she wants to win, but I earnestly feel like she's not going to win. Miss Dominican Republic can't be going into a hotel attacking foreigners, right? They really can't. So Lydia and Nicole are in the apartment and they're talking about Nicole's relationship with Pedro and how Pedro is not interested in having a conversation with Nicole. Nicole says that she's going to continue to try to talk to her brother. And then they have a little cute moment between the two of them about Nicole's antics in the club the night before. So Nicole, feeling frisky and free because she's no longer with Alejandro, goes to the club and wants to dance with some hombres, wants to have a good time. And the club just has 5 people in it. And 3 of them are in Nicole's group. It's so interesting. They're like sitting in folding chairs in the middle of a dance floor. And I'm just like, can they just find a place that's a little more poppin'? No? Okay. That's fine. So then we see the family Chantel. We see Winter, Chantel, and Karen. And they go to TJ. And it's so funny because I'm like, oh, TJ's only a hop, skip, and a jump away. But I forget that they're in Atlanta and that they actually have to like do some actual traveling to get to TJ. For me, literally, TJ is 2 hours and a half away. Okay. And so they get there and they go shopping because they love to go shopping for souvenirs. And she immediately buys like a lucha libre or like a Mexican wrestler mask. And she tries to like haggle in Spanish. And she's like, 2, 2, por 17. And I'm like, 17? Then she's like, okay, 3, por 20. And the guy's like, no, ma'am, I'll just give you 3 for 30. In full plain ass English. And I was like, I get you're in Mexico, but you're also in TJ. Like TJ has nothing but white girl wasted Americans coming to their city. They know how to speak English. They speak English in TJ. And so it's so funny. Karen is actually dressed really cute. I love her heels. Like she's walking around with some shorts and she's got some platform heels on and they're really cute. So at some point, somebody's like, hey, girl. And they're all 3 like, hey. And I was like, it's such a cute moment that they caught on camera. I loved it. It was like, I don't know if the girl was black, but she sounded black. And she was like, hey, girls. And they were like, hey. And I'm like, that would be totally me. I see 3 black women being followed by a camera crew. I'm going to be like, okay, I see you, sis. Girl, I see you, and for them to respond with like, thank you, sis. It was cute. It was really cute. So then they go to eat and they talk about Winter's surgery. And Karen really talks about how worried she is and they do a prayer. And I thought it was really sweet. And then we find out that Winter is talking to some new man. And it's nice because we get to see her in the like beginning stages of something happy, but Chantel mentions the fact that Winter is not the best with the judging of the characters because the last guy she was with, she jumped in and she was in a relationship with him for 7 years for legitimately no reason. And it didn't move towards anything because at the end of their relationship, Ja, 1, didn't remember that he initially proposed to her, and B, asked her, do you think that you would be into calling me Lord? Do you think that you would be interested in calling me Lord? Oh no, I would not be interested in that. Especially if you're saying that you're religious and all of a sudden I'm calling you Lord. Why? Because you have a penis? Absolutely not. It's not my ministry. It's not my ministry. Renee says, I'm the same age as Karen and Lydia, and I couldn't fight and argue like they do. It's so embarrassing. I mean, it really is. But Renee has a new picture. Oh, I love this one, Renee. She put another picture up. Yes, you're right. However, you're on a reality show, and so many people say that they stop watching the Family Chantel because I stopped watching the Family Chantel once they found out that the Pedro and his siblings storyline might have been fake. And the truth is, I'm like, you guys, don't you appreciate the fact that they gave you this? And if it wasn't for the internet, you would think it's true and be super invested. Like, even if it wasn't true, it's true to a certain extent. Like, he doesn't have a relationship with them. Now, was that the first time you met them? No. However, they're not friends, they're not cousins, they're not siblings, they're none of those things. And so this is still interesting, and the emotion is so true. The father doesn't want to speak to him. They don't have a relationship. It's drama, dramatics, and we love it. We're here for it. Aspasia, hello, welcome. Hello. Black Lady Sketch Show call out. It's absolutely Black Lady Courtroom. That's what it is. It's like, oh, hey girl. The bailiff, the judge, and the lawyer, the bailiff, the judge, and the like typist. What's that person called? The recorder, all black. Hi. You know, I do love that farm. Spasia, yes, long time no see indeed. All the best. Okay. And so then Winter is talking about this new man that she's met from Nigeria who's very cute. And it's the introductory. I mean, here's the truth. If you're somebody who's used to being in a relationship, wants to be in a relationship, anybody that gives you any kind of attention, you're going to jump for it. I just hope that Winter is able to truly kind of back out and walk into this slowly. I don't know how long the breakup has been between her and Ja, but I would give myself a year, a true year. This person is in Nigeria, so as long as she doesn't spend any money going to visit him, and as long as she doesn't send him any money herself, I don't see anything wrong with her entertaining this person. He's not going to be here. It's not real. And I just hope the best for her in that. I hope the best for her in the surgery as well. Obviously, she's okay because we haven't heard that she's passed away, but I hope the best for her. She also says that she didn't tell him about the surgery. And they're like, why didn't you tell him? And she's like, I just didn't want to hear anybody's opinion on it. And I felt that was very, very, very true. Like, truly, if you've made the decision for yourself and you start telling everybody like what you're thinking of doing, people then feel the need to tell you their opinion about it. It's kind of like when I was telling people that I'm doing IVF. Like, a lot of people, regardless of like how assured and confident I was with telling them, they were like, oh, well, why don't you just like go find somebody in a bar? And I'm like, well, why don't you just mind your own business? I mean, not like that, but like more so of just like, why are you coming up with alternative solutions for me? I didn't ask for them. Like, why is it that I'm telling you what I'm doing and you're like, oh, why don't you do this? And I'm like, first of all, have many people told you that they're doing IVF and then you have said that thing and then that thing has worked out for them? Or you just immediately like semi against IVF just because you don't quite understand it? Or think it's something that like weirdo desperate people do, and so you're trying to save me from being a weirdo desperate person, and so you're like, why don't you just do something that sounds crazy? Like just go to a bar and meet a guy and like, so weird. I did like that Winter said that because it's so true. Is that you tell people things and their immediate reaction is like, oh, you don't need that. Like, girl, Winter has been dealing with her weight for all of her life. And if at whatever age she is, 28, she is choosing to have this surgery, then I'm going to let mama have this surgery, girl. I'm not going to tell her she's wrong or she should do something else. Like, nobody asked you for your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Nobody asked you. So the next scene we have is Pedro going out to eat at a bar and he's having sancocho. And Chantel calls him, and this is where we get the scene where he tells us that he's basically dissatisfied with the amount of work that Chantel is doing at the house. Chantel says that she's doing her very best, and she just feels like he just wants to make her feel bad. And so she doesn't like know what to do. And that to me is really sad. It's really sad to believe that your partner just simply wants to make you feel bad. You know? It's really sad. Like, regardless of if it's true or not, is the fact that you think that, it's just sad. She does look fabulous, Renee. She does look really good. So I feel bad for Chantel, but at the same time, like, I can understand his frustration, because the truth is that everyone has a different level of cleanliness that they require, or that they need to feel comfortable. Like, especially if you're sharing a space. I personally, if I'm not sharing a space with somebody, I don't need it to be clean unless I'm paying rent or like paying whatever, and I'm worried that their space is going to leak over into my space. But the truth is like, I don't really care about it. But I guess they're both paying for this house. He's working long hours, and he doesn't understand that if he's working long hours and doing this, why she can't make it up. And here's my compromise. Just get a maid. Listen, this is something that I have battled with for all of my life, because most of us have been raised that if you live in a home, everyone, or at least the women, are responsible for keeping it clean. But the absolute 100% truth is that we are in the year 2022, and ain't nobody got time for that. There is too much happening in our day-to-day lives for people who go to work to come home and like dust and clean and shit. Like, unless you have kids and you make that a part of their chores, where they come in and dust the piano, clean off all the light fixtures with the little, duster thing, and they go around and vacuum underneath the couch and move all the couch cushions and doing all, yeah, you got helpers to help you. But if you don't have that, if you're an empty nester or you don't have kids at this point, truly coming in and doing all of that cleaning can be overwhelming. It truly can. Even though you're the only person there making the mess, so there's probably less mess. If you want all of those nooks and crannies, if you need that baseboard scrubbed, just go on ahead and get you a maid. You a grown person. Get you a maid. If you need to just cook more and eat out less, if you need to just not shop for some, spend an extra, I don't know how much maids cost. Like, let's say you pay for a maid and they charge you $60, or they charge you like $25 an hour, and you get them for two. You know what I'm saying? You pay $100 a month for a woman or a man or two people to come to your house every 2 weeks and just get in the nooks and crannies. Like, you'll do the maintenance, but they responsible for everything else. Especially if you have a large home. Girl, go on ahead and just get you a maid. Like, just go on ahead and get you some help. Because there is really no reason. Like, we're talking about, oh, my granny did this. She cleaned her whole house from top to bottom. Good for your granny. But we don't need to do it. And I wouldn't suggest that you do it. Don't stress yourself out. Just pay the money, let it happen, and you'll have more free time to relax. Isn't that what we want for the next generation? To be able to pay for services. We want to teach our next generation to do what they have to do to make enough money to have somebody else come in and help them do stuff. The same thing with a nanny. Girl, get you a nanny. Okay? Listen, I'm doing my best to save up so that I can afford a nanny, at least for the first 3 months, because I'm going to need help. Because people be saying they going to help you, but ain't nobody getting up in the middle of the night with you to help you feed this kid. But you know who will? A nanny. Or like a doula, or a postpartum doula. Listen, they be getting to people's houses at 10 p.m., washing bottles, putting laundry in the thing. I see them on TikTok. And I said, look, listen, if I can afford it, I'm going to go ahead and get it. If I have to eat out less, if I have to stop living my best life, which is going to be very hard for me, because I'm telling you, I'm living my best life. I am living my best life. So if you can live your best life, do so. But if you need to pull back from your best life to get you a doula or someone to come in and help you, go on ahead and just pay for the service, girl. Just pay for the service. It's going to save you time and energy and stressing your own self out. And it's also, if you're somebody who doesn't allow that to stress you out and your house is dirty, if you're somebody who doesn't allow that to stress you out and your house is actually dirty, just go on ahead and get you a maid. You just go on ahead and get it. It's going ahead. Tessa says a 2-bedroom, 2-bath is plenty for me to clean with a full-time job. Listen, you should get you a maid too. It's too much. Listen, that extra bathroom and that extra room, get somebody else to clean it. Renee says that's what grandma's for. I pull back to have a cleaning. This is what I'm saying. Pull back and get you somebody to help you, because there is no reason why you should feel guilty or feel stressed out about having to hit the light fixtures or getting a ceiling fan, getting like, you listen. We ain't in the times people had like 5 and 6 kids, and so you had help cleaning your house. That's why you have older people living in 3-bedroom homes, and you get into the home and it's a whole hoarder home. It's because they get to a certain age and they ain't trying to clean all the nooks and crannies. But if y'all just get used to getting you somebody to come in and clean, you are stimulating the economy. You giving somebody who can come in and do it a little paycheck. It don't cost that much right now. So go on ahead and do it. Just go on ahead and get you somebody to come in and help. If you can't do it every 2 weeks, get them to come in once a month, girl. Just go on ahead and do it. If you got kids, okay, I see you got kids, you can't afford it. But if you can, just get somebody to come in. And also, they don't got to clean the kids' room. I'm going to tell you right now, if I could afford to have a maid, I would have one for the rest of my life, number one. Number two, they ain't going to clean my kids' bedroom, and they ain't going to clean the kids' bathroom. Because here's the truth. If you don't teach your children how to clean, they won't never know how to. So you have to do that. You have to teach them to clean. And so you don't have the maid go into their room. You have the maid come into your room. And then you help them clean their room. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've decided. Don't feel guilty. Just do it. I don't buy red meat. No steaks. But the place is clean. That's what I'm saying. Do it. Do it. Okay. So anyways, they're fighting about that. And Pedro's gonna he loves his pinky winky, but he's unhappy, and he's making her feel guilty about it. And so she's about, we've seen the teasers where it looks like it's gonna all come to a head, and she's gonna be like, you don't love me anymore. And I'm interested in seeing what comes up to that. But for right now, she's actually trying to meet his needs. And I say, y'all got a whole show. Y'all got a whole show. Just go on ahead and get you a maid. I cut back on buying makeup, clothes, shoes to have a deep clean every 4 to 6 weeks. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right, you guys. So we're at 32 minutes, and that is the end of this recap. It was a short one. Family Chantel, God bless it, is only 45 minutes, and they don't really be too much meat, at least in the first episode. So that's the introductory. I hope that you guys will watch them. They are on Monday nights at, I don't know what time. I watch it on Discovery Plus. I'm going to be doing Seeking a Sister Wife. I'm going to watch it today, and then I'll go live tomorrow. And yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all have a fantastic week. I'll see you later on sometime. But remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. And if you want to give your girl a tip on any of these things down here, please go ahead and do so. You know what I'm saying? I accept $1, $2, 10, 15, 20, whatever you want to give. All right, you guys. All the best. Talk to you later. Bye.